Yeah, you'd hate to get pulled over in a Rolls-Royce.
I know it's going to happen to me. It hasn't happened yet. I'm anxious to... I don't know if I'm anxious. I don't really want to find out.
What's up YouTube, Jeff Weibel here, and I'm here with my good buddy John Kepler, and we are at his mansion, but behind us we have a Rolls-Royce Phantom, and all I really know about Rolls-Royce is it's in a couple James Bond movies, but you're going to teach us all about it today.
Sure, I'll do my best.
Thank you guys for watching this video, and if you're new to this channel, make sure you guys hit the like button and the subscribe button, and let's get into this Rolls-Royce here. John, what do we got here, buddy?
This is my Rolls-Royce Phantom. I waited a long time for this car. I wanted it my entire career. I think since the car was initially announced, I wanted one of these, but it's one of those unjustifiable purchases, right? So at some point you got to take the plunge, but I've always wanted to do it. I felt if I could ever afford it, if I could ever do it without really feeling the pinch or missing the money, I'd go ahead. So here it is.
Awesome.
I can show you a couple features around the car if you wish. Everybody wants to know about the rear doors, the coach doors. People call them suicide doors, but coach doors. And there are umbrellas in the two rear doors as well. So Teflon coated, genuine Rolls-Royce umbrellas, logo in the end of the umbrella. And they're just stored right here, so you're never caught in the rain without some coverage.
Well, that's luxury.
Oh yeah. Have a seat, Jeff.
Oh, thank you.
There is a button right up here at the top,
Yep.
right there. If you hold that button down, the door will close.
Wow, so you don't have to pull the big heavy door in.
You don't have to reach backwards behind you.
That's
exactly.
so cool. I love gadgets.
For sure. People love the wool carpets as well in this car. They're quite thick. Again, genuine wool. I hear they're thousands to replace if they're ever lost or damaged. Also, the wheels are 21-inch wheels, and they have Rolls-Royce logos that always stay upright. So when you drive, they stay upright. Always the right way up when you park.
So what about the front emblem?
So this is the Spirit of Ecstasy, the Rolls-Royce mascot, I guess you could say. In this model, and actually all modern Rolls-Royces, it goes down and hides away when the car is locked. It's an option you can turn on and off, but it hides away to prevent theft. Also, there is an emergency feature. I haven't tried it out myself, but if someone tries to steal the hood ornament, it will very quickly just do an emergency retraction down into the grille. So when you lock the car, it takes about like 1.5 seconds before it drops. Got my Rolls-Royce key here. When you lock the car, you wait 1 second, and the Spirit of Ecstasy hides away.
So John, Rolls-Royce is a very expensive brand. How do people even acquire a car like this? Would you suggest them buying it new or used, or how would you do it?
I got this pre-owned. It's very lightly used. It only had 30,000 kilometers on it when I got it. They're good forever. These are not cars that are used in the winter. Most people who have them have a variety of other vehicles, a collection of vehicles. So certainly if $500,000, $700,000 means nothing to you, go ahead, pay cash, buy it new. Again, I got it pre-owned. They're just cars that you know will be around for 30 years, 50 years, hopefully forever if nothing happens to it. And I think that Rolls-Royce is one of the best brands in terms of keeping a traditional design and not trying to depreciate or age every single car that they release after they release it. So this car was made all the way from 2004 to 2017, very minimal changes in between, and they're just timeless vehicles. So I think it's the most timeless option. I think that saving a little bit of money and getting them pre-owned can be a good way to go. Makes it a little more affordable.
What did set you back?
So the truth is, I leased this car.
Okay.
So it's I got it for a lot less than 600, way less. Still six figures, but nothing crazy. The thing is, they hold their value remarkably well. It's possible that I won't lose any money on depreciation with this car over the long term, over the next few years. They go down quite a bit initially, much like Mercedes. They drop like a rock when they're brand new, and then after that they kind of level out, and they just, again, because they're timeless, because they're always desirable, they don't go to zero or anywhere close. The car's still worth about 4 times as much as a Bentley Flying Spur if I had looked at those instead. And they're just, if you buy them at the right time, you do it right, they're actually a fair store value for an automobile. Not real estate, but for a car, they're not bad.
Awesome. Can we start it up?
Sure.
John, this car is pretty cool, man. Is it bulletproof?
It is not bulletproof. Optional.
Optional? Didn't pay for that?
Extra cost option.
So tell us about some of the features you have in here.
So the important thing with Rolls-Royce is that things are simple, things are traditional, and a lot of modern things or things that are fickle or change over time, such as technology, those things are hidden away. So we have a secret or hidden away knob here. So if I open the controller, the clock spins around, and you have your stereo and all the other features of the car here. You can also fold this away by pressing that button there. These are traditional organ pull style switches. In a modern vehicle like this, they're all digital, so this is not mechanically connected to anything, but if you were to close the vent, it mechanically closes.
Right.
I don't think you can hear it on camera, but you can actually hear it in person. After you close the digital switch, it takes a delay, 1 second, and then it actually closes the vent.
It's nice that Rolls-Royce kept its heritage in all the modern vehicles.
Exactly. All the vents are real metal. Everything that you see is what you get. So the wood veneer is obviously real wood, real leather, real lamb's wool carpets, and just everything is authentic. There are violin key switches here for the radio presets, some of the other switches up here, the trunk opener, parking sensors, sunroof up here. And they really did it right the first time. This is a car that doesn't change a lot over time because it's already the most luxurious automobile in the world, and they just like to keep it the way it is.
Sweet. So this is for stopping off for a quick one. You have some champagne here?
There are no champagne glasses here, unfortunately, but yes, this is one of 2 glove boxes. You have some switches in here as well. You can control when the Spirit of Ecstasy hood ornament goes up and down. You can control whether or not you want it to go away automatically when the vehicle is locked. And then a couple other things. I don't know how often these things are explained on YouTube. I think a lot of people wonder about these features, and then you don't actually get to see an explanation unless you have an owner on YouTube. And there are really only 2 or 3 Phantom owners on YouTube who really talk about their cars. So here we can manually raise and lower the ornament.
Can I press it?
Press the top one. Yeah.
Top one?
The top one.
So down?
Watch right there. When I first became interested in a Phantom and decided that I wanted one years down the road, I never knew what this was. Again, there are some features in this car that are a little hard to find descriptions on when you Google them or you look on the internet. So this is a tray. It's covered, so it comes out with the cover on it. And then it's just a storage tray, felt line storage tray. You have the keypad here for the in-car phone. And it's just an extra feature that at first I wasn't sure if it was really that necessary, but now I use it all the time. It's too convenient. It's right here.
So in-car phone, was that a feature still offered?
So the vehicle did come with a phone. I don't think technologically they are quite as modern as they could be, so I don't use it. But yeah, it was an option. Another feature that people aren't always aware of is this tray under here. You push it back and you have cup holders underneath. Again, when I first became interested in the car, I thought, where are the cup holders? They must be hidden somewhere. I thought maybe this tray was the cup holder.
Or somewhere maybe here on most newer cars, right?
Exactly, yeah.
Have you had a coffee cup in there?
Oh yeah, well, water, yes.
Water? Okay.
Yeah, nothing that stains.
Yeah, I guess you have to be 100% careful.
Exactly.
So just a storage...
Yeah, so again, everything in this car is hidden away. So you have your hidden seat controls here.
Ooh.
And again, they spend money on quality switchgear even when you can't see it. So these are metal, and you just get to adjust the seats once and then hide it away, never think about it again. Different than my Mercedes, where you have the controls on the door and they're visible all the time. And then just a small storage area here.
And then seat warmers?
Yes, seat heaters, again, hidden on the side. You really only notice them when you wish to use them.
Hey John, the people want to go out on the road right now. Can we take this for a ride?
Let's go for a drive.
Let's go. Puts my Audi to shame.
Your Audi looks great.
So John, you also have a driver you're trying out in your life as well too, because you own a lot of real estate like 3 hours away. So driving the whole time is definitely, you can't get work done sometimes, right? So you're experimenting with hiring a driver?
Absolutely. So just to allow us to get more done in one day, to conserve our energy, frankly to avoid overnights, because if you're putting in 6 hours of driving a day, you're not really going to get a full work day in, and we just would rather get everything done and then be home in the evening and sleep where we want to sleep.
Definitely easy to get work done while you're sitting in the back of the Rolls-Royce.
It is. You know, the truth is 80% of Rolls-Royce Phantom owners drive themselves, and I was surprised to hear that, because when you talk to most people who don't own the cars themselves but just kind of repeat back what they hear that these cars are usually chauffeur driven. We, again, do have a driver that we can hire when we need to take runs up to our investment properties a few hours away. I actually haven't told him about this car yet.
Oh.
So we might be using him in the future to drive this car, but I enjoy driving it myself so much more than I thought I would.
Will you be nervous handing the keys over to him?
Extremely nervous. And he's a professional. He's a much better driver than I am. The car would never be in safer hands than when he is driving it, but nevertheless, it's always a concern. Here we have the Rolls-Royce clock. Historically, they would always say that the loudest noise you should hear on a Rolls-Royce is the ticking of the clock. The truth is, this clock doesn't make much noise at all, but nevertheless, it's still a nice historical feature.
Yeah, you'd hate to get pulled over in a Rolls-Royce.
I know it's going to happen to me. It hasn't happened yet. I don't know if I'm anxious. I don't really want to find out. It might be positive, though. Members of the public are overall very positive when they see the car. They really appreciate it. When I got it, the first drive I ever took in the car, I got tailed by a police officer for a good period of time. He flew up behind me. It seems, just kind of based on the way he was driving, it seems that he was enthusiastic about seeing the car and just spending some time behind it, but he was really on me for a little while there. Not what you want to go through when you're a little nervous and you're just trying to get used to a car you're unfamiliar with, but haven't been pulled over yet.
Do you guys come here for dinners and lunch and stuff?
We do, yeah.
What's the best?
The best is Solo, which is just through the lights here. Oh, we should go down to the water.
I think yeah, you can take the pier kind of down a little bit, right?
That way's a little messy.
Okay.
I think we can take a cleaner road across the bridge. Yeah, so solo is the best there.
Mhm.
Second best is right here, Two Forks. It's quite good as well.
My problem is none of these like overlook the water.
That's true.
Like,
And that one's not very good. You think that would be the best water view, but it's not even that good tap house. It's okay. It's fine. I might rather go to Kelsey's.
this guy must be like, what the heck?
Surprise of the morning.
Yeah. Just trying to deliver his beer and a Rolls-Royce just passed him. There we have it. That's the Rolls-Royce. Thank you guys. Thank you so much, John, for having this on my channel. That is super cool. If you want to see more of John Kepler, we're gonna have other videos with him going over his mansion and his backstory as well. So you guys can learn all about how he actually got this Rolls-Royce right here. But John, thank you so much. If you guys are new, make sure you guys hit the like button and the subscribe button, and we'll see you guys on the next video. Bye. What's the furthest you've ever taken the car?
I drove it a couple kilometers in one go. Right when I got it, I had to bring it home. So the dealership was a bit of a distance from my home. So the first drive was the longest drive, but usually I don't actually take it that far. It's while it's incredibly enjoyable and I'm extremely happy with it, it's actually somewhat stressful to drive, and so you drive it for a little while and then I've had my fun and then I put it away.